What's going on, Lions fans? Welcome back. Steve here, Detroit Den 3-3. As you can see, unfortunately, flying solo. It is Friday night. That means our guy Will, one of my good friends, is out coaching his butt off right now for the Wyandotte football team. Hopefully, they're playing well because here's the deal: if they don't win, Will is not a pleasant person to work with. Okay, and I know he's going to watch this, and this is kind of a test to see if Will watches when I'm flying solo. Hopefully, they're getting a win. He's a grumpy cat if they get a loss. So hopefully, even if that happens, Sunday we can cheer him up with the Detroit Lions wins. But hopefully, Will out there coaching your butt off. Appreciate it. So I'm flying solo for this one episode, and we'll get back together after the Lions game on Sunday. When we did our game day episode earlier today, I asked Will a question. I asked him who he thought was going to be the key player of the game, and his answer kind of surprised me. All right, I was not expecting him. He said Terion Arnold. Kind of surprised me he went that route. I thought he'd say I don't know exactly what he'd say, but I was a little surprised that he used a rookie in the first game of the season. I like where his head's at, and I respect that opinion. And I'm not saying it's even a wrong opinion to say who you're most excited to see. So I want to talk today about these rookies gearing up for their first NFL game on Sunday, and what bigger of a stage than to have it on Sunday Night Football against the Rams. Kind of a team that we've been beefing with on Twitter, I guess. I mean, I don't personally get involved with that Twitter beef or whatnot, but I've seen some stuff. I've heard some rumors, some rumblings. I see some threads. I've even had some people commenting on our game day episode who are Rams fans. So you guys are coming here and watching while you're tied up with the Lions. The rookies are kind of getting a trial by fire. So let's just talk first about Terion Arnold, and I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into that. And I already kind of spoke my piece about Carlton Davis and Terion Arnold. And Aaron Glenn's defense, when we play really well, it's when we're really playing well in man coverage, press man coverage. And I think Terion Arnold, I think he's got his hands full this weekend. I think he's going to be tested early and often. I think Matthew Stafford, he's played here for a long time. Stafford played here for a long time, so he knows what he's doing. Okay, when they're doing their offensive meetings and whatnot, and he's sitting in there with whoever the offensive coordinator is for the Rams, I would imagine they have highlighted Terion Arnold. I would imagine that they pointed out that this is a rookie. This is probably I don't want to say weakness, but untested and unproven, and they're going to say, hey, him against Puka Nacua, Terion Arnold against Puka Nacua, Arnold against Cooper Kupp. We want to attack that. All right. If I was an offensive coordinator in the NFL, that's exactly what I would do. I would look at the Detroit Lions roster and say, who should be tested? It's not Carlton Davis. It's not Brian Branch. I'm going to go after that rookie. So when I sit back and I think about it, I think Will was onto something, because he is going to be a very important piece. Having some time to digest that and kind of think like, Terion Arnold, Sunday Night Football, rivalry, all the lights on Detroit. He's got to guard Puka Nacua, who was an absolute stud last year for the Rams. That kid's legit. All right, I like Puka Nacua. I really do. I give credit where credit's due, okay? One of the things I'll always toot my own horn about is I'm a realist, okay? If I feel like we're in trouble, I'll say it. If I feel like we're good to go, I'll say it. But when I'm looking at Puka Nacua and possibly being matched up against Terion Arnold, that is going to be something that's going to be targeted heavily, targeted often. And if Terion Arnold's holding his own out there, I think the Rams are in for a long night, because I think that's going to be part of their passing game plan, is going after Terion Arnold. If Terion's out there and he's locking him up, putting the seatbelt on him, clamping him down, not giving anything. And what I really like is, I saw an interview with Ben Johnson just the other day, and he was talking about Terion Arnold, and he said he's sticky in coverage. All right. And Ben Johnson even admitted the same thing I'm saying to you just said. We tried to target him. We tried to pick on him. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. It wasn't as often as I thought it would be. I didn't think we would be able to get to him. So if I'm the Rams, that's what I would try to do. I don't care what Ben Johnson says. I got to see it for myself. All right, maybe that's kind of what Ben Johnson was doing, and I don't think this Lions coaching staff is going to fluff what they have to say. I think if there's something on their mind, they're going to speak it. They're not going to try to cover anything up. Ben Johnson saying that, I still think that the Rams offensive coordinator is probably licking his lips, thinking he's got a rookie out there against a guy like Puka Nacua. It's going to be probably their main game plan. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see Terion Arnold. I think he probably knows that as well. He's a professional now. He played at Alabama. He had a lot of big games for the Crimson Tide. They played in national championships, SEC titles, LSU. They played a lot of solid teams. Playing at Alabama, he was going against Malik Neighbors and a lot of top end competition in the SEC. So he's tested, and he knows I'm a rookie. I'm going to be tested in this game. So I can't wait to see it, man. He's going to be really thrown to the wolves. I loved the draft pick back in April. I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping he's clamping these guys down, and we can just make this a long day for the Rams. Offensively, and I'm not talking about every rookie in this episode, guys. Offensively, rookie-wise, what I'm looking to see is Isaiah Williams. I've been very, very high on Isaiah Williams since we signed him as an undrafted free agent. Love the signing. If you guys have been watching this channel long enough, you know that we did our research and we looked him up, and we had people saying that he reminded them of Amon-Ra St. Brown, and we're like, whoa, hey, let's hit the brakes. All right, don't be comparing him to our guy Amon-Ra St. Brown, but seeing him in preseason games, how he catches the ball and makes things happen. Now, he doesn't have explosive Tyreek Hill type speed, but that's fine. That's okay. I think Isaiah Williams is a perfect wrinkle for our offense. Former quarterback from Illinois. And again, I've hinted at this. Ben Johnson, name of the episode, I guess. He's creative. He's a gadget guy. Could we see a little Philly, little Philly special, something of that nature? I'm not saying Jared Goff is going to catch a touchdown pass, but I am saying at some point during this season, and I don't know when, I don't know if we'll break it out week 1, but at some point in this NFL season, we will see Isaiah Williams attempt to pass. I would bet, if that's a prop bet on FanDuel or anything like that, I would put money on it. At some point during the season, you will see Isaiah Williams attempt to pass. I like how he can be effective in the kicking return game, the punt return game, maybe give Khalif Raymond a little break. But offensively, I think he's a nice little wrinkle. I think he can be just a nice little safety blanket for Jared Goff. And Jared Goff has safety blankets all over the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, now Isaiah Williams. I don't think Jameson Williams is quite the quote-unquote safety blanket yet. I think J-Mo is more of a – I really like how the Chiefs used Xavier Worthy the other night. And I was kind of picturing Jameson Williams doing a lot of the same stuff where you're just focused on so many other players on this field, whether it's the running game with Gibbs and Montgomery, if you're trying to lock down St. Brown, if you're trying to body up Sam Laporta or Isaiah Williams, you can just forget about Jameson Williams. So I think if Isaiah just kind of becomes a dependable receiver, I'm talking like 4 or 5 catches a game, nothing crazy, pick up some first downs, move the chains, get him the ball in some space. If he can get open, find some soft spots and some zone coverages, he can pick up chunk yards. All right, he's probably not going to ever break one off for like 80 yards. He doesn't get that kind of separation, but the way he works the middle of the field in the crossing routes, the in routes, the slants, that kind of stuff where he can kind of create some openings, some windows for Jared Goff to pass through, getting him the ball and letting him just pick up 15, 20 yards with his feet, man. I really like what this guy does after the catch. And again, he's not breaking away from anyone. He doesn't have that kind of elite speed. I wish he did, but that's okay. It's all right. He complements this offense. Just be another guy for Jared Goff to get the ball to. So, guys, just wanted to hop on here tonight. Will kind of put the idea in my head when he mentioned some rookies. This is a big game. This is a chance for them to shine. It's a busy day. Stick around, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll be back later with another show.